My beloved child, I speak to you now with a heart overflowing with tenderness and an unwavering desire for you to know that you are cherished beyond measure. For I have fashioned you with my own hands and breathed life into your soul, ensuring that you would never be abandoned or left to wander alone. I watch over you with infinite care, guiding each step, and whenever you feel the world pressing in on all sides, I long for you to remember that my love surrounds you like a protective cloak, shielding you from the storms of life. I am the one who whispers in the stillness of your heart, reminding you that your days are held securely in my grasp, for nothing escapes my vigilant gaze, and nothing lies beyond the scope of my mercy. I know the cries of your innermost being, the silent tears you shed when no one is around, and I desire to wipe away each and every one of them, granting you peace that transcends all human understanding. Remember always that I stand beside you, leading you forward into a tomorrow filled with hope and grace. I am always near, and my love for you knows no bounds, for even before the foundations of the earth, I held you in my heart and envisioned the profound beauty that would unfold through your life. Though you may question your purpose and wonder if anyone truly sees the depth of your heart, trust that my eyes are ever upon you, beholding your dreams, struggles, and secret prayers. You matter greatly, and I will never hesitate to remind you how precious you are, for you are woven into the fabric of my divine plan, and I take delight in every moment that you spend drawing closer to me. Your life is not a random occurrence, but a carefully crafted story, one that I yearn to fill with redemption, grace, and overflowing love. You can stand tall in the knowledge that I have orchestrated your path with intention, inviting you into a life of faith that transcends every difficulty. Today, allow my words to sink deeply into your heart, dispelling the fears that try to cloud your vision of tomorrow and reminding you of the height, depth, and breadth of my commitment to you. My grace is more than sufficient to carry you through your darkest valleys, and my love burns brighter than the sun, ready to warm the coldest corners of your soul. Do not fear the unknown, for I hold time and space in my hands, orchestrating every detail of your life with perfect wisdom, ensuring that even your challenges become stepping stones toward growth and transformation. Listen as I speak gently into your spirit, calling you to cast aside the voices of doubt that attempt to diminish your worth, and embrace instead the profound truth that you are treasured beyond all measure. With every breath you take, receive my promise of unwavering devotion, and step into each new day assured of my everlasting goodness. You are beloved in my sight, and there is no flaw or imperfection that could make me turn away from you. For I have set my seal upon your heart, claiming you as my own forever. I understand the weight of temptation and the crushing load of guilt that may sometimes grip your mind, but I implore you not to stay trapped beneath that burden. Instead, come to me and allow me to release you from every chain, for my forgiveness is like a rushing river, powerful enough to wash away the stains of regret and fill you with hope beyond compare. I am the healer of shattered dreams, the restorer of broken hearts, and I promise to remain faithful when the rest of the world falters. Lay your doubts at my feet and move forward confidently, for my abiding presence stands as a fortress around your soul. I see the ways your heart has been bruised by unkind words, hostile circumstances, and moments of betrayal, and I want you to know that my compassion extends to every hidden wound. It grieves me to see the pain that has pressed itself upon your spirit, forming scars and planting seeds of insecurity, but I assure you that none of these afflictions can separate you from my abiding grace. Lift your face to me and find solace in the gentle gaze of the one who knows every detail of your inner being, every longing and every ache. By my grace, healing flows into the deepest places where your spirit cries out for comfort, and in my arms, every sorrow becomes a path to growth and deeper faith. Take hold of the comfort I offer you, and dare to believe that I will turn every trial into a testimony of my sustaining power. My child, I understand that at times life feels like a relentless storm, tossing you about on the winds of uncertainty, leaving you desperate for an anchor to hold. Even when you cannot see the shoreline or discern the horizon, remember that I am the unyielding rock beneath your feet, the anchor for your soul that keeps you from being swept away. Though the waves may crash and threaten to overwhelm your peace, I stand firmly between you and every tempest, declaring that you will not be lost in the chaos. Run to me when your mind is full of doubt and your heart is weighed down, because I delight in being your shelter, the place where you find safe harbor. Cling to me with unwavering trust and know that I am already calming the storm on your behalf. I do not desire for you to tremble in fear or remain shackled by anxieties that drain your joy. For I am your source of strength and the guiding light that disperses every shadow. Whenever you feel uncertain about what tomorrow holds, focus your eyes on my promise that I work all things together for good to those who love me and are called according to my purpose. Let that assurance be your bedrock, a firm foundation beneath your every decision, so that you may move forward with courage, unburdened by the weight of tomorrow's cares. In the quiet corners of your heart, find my gentle voice reminding you that I am fully aware of your needs, your dreams, and every detail of the path ahead, and I have already paved a way for you. Keep walking in faith, for my guidance will never fail, and my love will never fade. I am your unshakable refuge, the strong tower you can run to when your mind is filled with doubt and your heart trembles under the weight of life's uncertainties. In my presence, you are safe, and no power of darkness can withstand the authority I hold over you, for I have called you by name and claimed you for my kingdom. Let not your heart be troubled by the storms that swirl about, for I assure you that the clouds will part, revealing the guiding light of my glory. For every trial, I offer triumph. For every sorrow, I promise solace. For every question, I provide wisdom beyond human comprehension. Take my hand and walk forward in confidence, for we journey together toward a bright horizon. When the busyness of life drowns out the still, small voice within you, come away and spend time in my presence, for I long to refresh your weary soul and renew your perspective. The world may urge you to rush and compete, driving you toward endless striving, but I extend an invitation of rest, a sanctuary where your heart can breathe free. Lay down the burdens you have been carrying and relinquish the anxious thoughts that clutter your mind, trusting that my shoulders are broad enough to bear all that weighs you down. In the hush of communion with me, you will find that your strength is replenished, your vision made clearer, and your faith emboldened. Step forth from that divine rest into the daily rhythms of life, assured of my ceaseless companionship. I marvel at your resilience, my child, for despite the hardships you've endured, you continue to seek the glimmer of hope and the reassurance of my promises. In the seasons of heartbreak, when it feels as though shadows obscure the path, I remain steadfast as your guiding light, illuminating each step you take. Let me remind you that no tear you shed is wasted, for I use even the broken fragments of your past to build a mosaic of beauty that glorifies my name. Trust me in the unfolding of your story, knowing that I specialize in transforming sorrow into songs of joy. Move forward in faith and anticipate the dawn of blessings that await you. I am intimately aware of the temptations and distractions that vie for your attention, seeking to pull you away from the shelter of my presence. Do not underestimate the subtle ways that despair or hopelessness may try to root themselves in your thoughts, but counter them by clinging to the truth of who I am. I am your Redeemer and Deliverer, the one who leads you on paths of righteousness and triumph. Even when you stumble or fall into discouragement, I am close, extending my hand to lift you out of every pit, renewing your mind with the certainty of my abiding grace. Keep your eyes fixed upon me, and let your heart be filled with hope that transcends every dark moment. Never forget that my love for you is grounded in my very nature, and it does not waver with your changing emotions or circumstances. As I spoke through the ancient scriptures, promising never to leave you nor forsake you, so I reaffirm to you now. I stand by your side, no matter the battle you face. My faithfulness is the same yesterday, today, and forever, shining brightly even in the midst of your uncertainties. And when you feel you have nothing left to cling to, hold fast to my word, which remains a steadfast anchor for your soul. Embrace the unshakable truth of my presence and proceed with renewed vigor and unwavering hope. I see you when the silence of midnight surrounds you, when doubts crawl into your mind and past failures resurface like haunting echoes. It pains my heart to witness your struggles, but do not for a moment think that I have closed my ears to your cries or my eyes to your distress. I am right there beside you, speaking words of comfort to your spirit, beckoning you to release the weight of your worries into my hands. In me, you find rest for your troubled heart and a sanctuary for your anxious thoughts, where my love becomes the balm that soothes every wound. Lift up your eyes and believe that I am orchestrating a symphony of restoration on your behalf. I created you with strengths that reflect my glory and weaknesses that draw you nearer to me. So do not despise your limitations, for they become doorways through which my power can shine all the more magnificently. The journey is not always smooth, and I do not promise the absence of hardship, but I do promise my faithful companionship through every hill and valley. Take comfort in knowing that I am the Good Shepherd who leads you beside still waters and restores your soul, ensuring that even in the face of adversity, you shall lack nothing truly necessary. Let your heart lean on mine and walk boldly in the knowledge that my guidance is ever present. I am your fountain of life, and in my care, you are secure. When you feel weary from bearing the weight of responsibilities, burdens, and cares that seem too great to carry, remember that I am the one who offers you rest for your soul. Surrender your struggles to me in prayer, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light, designed not to overwhelm, but to strengthen your reliance on my all-sufficient grace. Release your striving and trust that my power works best in your moments of weakness, turning your insufficiency into a canvas for my miracle-working hand. Rest in my embrace and let my peace displace every anxiety, fueling you with confidence to greet tomorrow's challenges with unwavering faith. You can rise again, renewed by the promise of my sustaining presence. My dear one, I encourage you not to let regrets overtake you or to dwell in the shadows of past mistakes, for I have placed a new garment of righteousness upon you. No condemnation has any right to hold you captive because my Son bore every ounce of judgment on your behalf, granting you the freedom to stand unashamed in my sight. Open your heart to receive this priceless gift, and do not allow the lies of the enemy to convince you otherwise, for your identity is rooted in my love, not in your failures. Let hope surge within you as you remember that I transform all things for good, and nothing can separate you from my unending mercy. Walk boldly into the light of each new day, certain that the chains of the past have no power over you. I see how you yearn for deeper spiritual breakthroughs, longing to see my hand move mightily in your life and in the lives of those you love. Such desires are pleasing to me, for they reveal a heart that seeks my face and craves the transforming work of my Spirit. Continue knocking on the door of my presence, for in due time I shall pour out blessings that exceed your expectations, shaping your character to shine ever brighter as you reflect my nature. Even if your prayers seem to tarry and your heart grows impatient, stand firm in the conviction that I respond in the perfect season. Persevere in faith and take courage, for your diligence in seeking me will yield fruit beyond imagination. Do not fear the changes and transitions that occur in life, for I remain the same, unchanging in my devotion to you, guiding you through every shift with wisdom and love. You might feel as though familiar ground is slipping away, but my firm foundation is eternally reliable, providing a place where you can firmly stand when all else shakes. Embrace each new chapter as an opportunity to grow closer to me, to discover more of my vast nature, and to rest in the certainty that I hold tomorrow in my hands. Release your grip on yesterday's comforts and seize the present moment with determination, knowing that I am here to direct your path. Believe that my grace is sufficient, and that every door I close is but a step toward a door of greater blessing. I understand the longings that remain unfulfilled in your life, the dreams you carry silently within, and the pangs of disappointment that occasionally rise when realities fail to match your hopes. Yet I invite you to lay these dreams before my throne, trusting me to orchestrate their fulfillment at the proper time and in the manner that best serves your ultimate good. Do not allow discouragement to take root, for a delay is not a denial, and I delight in blessing you beyond what you can conceive. As you wait upon me, your faith is refined, and your heart is prepared for the greater joys I have in store. Trust in my loving intentions and keep your hope alive, for I make all things beautiful in my perfect timing. Lift up your eyes and see beyond the limitations of your present circumstances, for my plans for you stretch into eternity, far surpassing the fleeting trials of this world. I know it may seem difficult at times to push through the darkness, to maintain hope when obstacles loom large, but I invite you to trust in my infinite wisdom, which weaves together every thread of your life with perfect intent. When you feel powerless, look to the cross, a timeless symbol of my sacrificial love and the victory won for you. In that triumph, you find the strength to press on, assured that you fight not for victory but from it. Take hold of the life I offer and walk confidently, knowing you are destined for greatness in my sight. I understand that you look around and sometimes see chaos, division, and heartbreak, leaving you uncertain of how to navigate the challenges that beset your generation. Let me reassure you that I remain sovereign, high above every tumult, orchestrating good even in the darkest corners of human affairs. Do not despair when you witness the brokenness of the world, but instead fix your gaze on me, the one who heals, restores, and reconciles. I call you to be a messenger of my love, reflecting my compassion to those who are hurting, lost, or in need of grace. Never underestimate the power of a simple prayer or a sincere act of kindness offered in my name, for such things can spark miracles you cannot yet fathom. Step forward with renewed conviction, serving as a conduit of my hope. When the weight of disappointment threatens to extinguish your hope, remember the words of my promise, that even in the wilderness I provide streams of refreshing water. You are not abandoned, you are held in my everlasting arms, and I shall never withdraw my affections from you. It may be that your breakthroughs and blessings have taken a different form from what you expected, but I assure you that I am always working, orchestrating circumstances to refine you and draw you into deeper fellowship with me. Do not let the clouds of discouragement overshadow the sun of my faithfulness, for I am with you through every season, guaranteeing that suffering does not have the final word. Keep believing for the miraculous, for I am the God who makes all things possible. I call you now to deepen your relationship with me through prayer, for it is in the sacred communion of our hearts that you will discover the magnitude of my love. You need not impress me with grand words or rigid rituals. Simply pour out your heart, share your fears, your joy, your uncertainties, and your gratitude, and let me fill you with my peace. I value honesty and authenticity above all else, so come as you are, imperfections and all, and watch as I meet you in the quiet spaces where your soul breathes. Through prayer, you will see that my hand moves mightily, and my voice guides you toward places of greater wholeness. Trust in this invitation, and step into the fullness of a life lived in constant dialogue with your Heavenly Father. My child, I have designed you to carry my light into every corner of the earth, bringing compassion to the broken and hope to the despondent. Do not be disheartened by the voices that claim your contributions are insignificant, for the smallest act of love can spark a flame that grows into a mighty blaze. As you yield your heart and gifts to me, I will multiply your impact and open doors you never imagined could be unlocked. Stand firm in faith, knowing that I use both the grand and the simple to accomplish my kingdom work. Dare to believe that, through you, I will reach many, touching hearts and transforming lives with my unquenchable love. I see the longing in your soul for deeper meaning, for answers that transcend the noise of daily life, and I assure you that I am the fulfillment of your heart's greatest desires. In me, you discover a love so profound that it defies human comprehension, and a peace that withstands the fiercest storms. The world may entice you with fleeting pleasures and empty promises, yet I beckon you to partake in a joy that never fades, grounded in the eternal truth of my character. Let your heart be filled with gratitude and awe, for I have fashioned you to fellowship with me, to bask in my presence where all striving ceases. Step forward in faith, for I guide you toward a higher calling, one saturated in purpose and supernatural grace. Whenever insecurity or doubt threatens to rob you of confidence, remember that you bear my image and my spirit dwells within you, making you capable of conquering anything that stands contrary to my will. Cling to the assurance that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind, equipping you to triumph over every snare the enemy lays before you. Gird yourself with my word. Let it be the sword that cuts through the lies of insignificance, telling you that you are less than who I say you are. You are a vessel of divine potential, and I delight in watching you flourish, stepping boldly in the authority I have bestowed upon you. Rise up, my beloved, for you stand on holy ground, encircled by my might. When you face moments of uncertainty in relationships, career paths, or the myriad decisions life demands, know that my wisdom is readily available to you, shining like a beacon in the night. Seek my counsel before acting in haste, and trust that I will guide you through my Holy Spirit, prompting your heart with clarity and discernment. Even if you make missteps, I do not scorn you. Rather, I open new roads and craft second chances, revealing my kindness in unexpected ways. Fear not the possibility of failure, for I work ceaselessly, turning even wrong turns into pathways of redemption. Move forward boldly, anchored in my faithful guidance and the knowledge that I redeem all things for your benefit. I urge you to remain vigilant in prayer for your loved ones, your community, and the world at large, for I have placed you as an intercessor, one who stands in the gap, calling upon my name for the sake of many. Do not underestimate the power of even a single petition offered with a genuine heart, for I respond to faith, and I am stirred by compassion for all who suffer. In times of crisis or peace, remember that I have placed authority in your words when they align with my will, so speak life, declare my promises, and watch as I intervene in miraculous ways. Your prayers are not in vain, and I treasure the time we spend in earnest dialogue, mapping out victories for the days to come. Continue, therefore, with hope, for my hand is not shortened, and my ear is not dull. Beloved, be assured that I perceive the desires you harbor for your family, for restoration, and for unity among those who have drifted apart. My heart is for reconciliation, for bridging every chasm that is formed between loved ones, and I stand ready to breathe peace into strained relationships. While circumstances may seem impossible to mend, trust that my grace is well able to break through walls of resentment, soften hearts, and kindle a spirit of forgiveness. Do not lose hope when progress appears slow, for I am at work behind the scenes, sowing seeds of transformation that will yield a harvest of harmony and renewed closeness. Lean on my love, and you will see miracles unfold in your midst. Never underestimate the significance of your testimony, the personal account of how my truth has touched and shaped your life. By sharing your story of redemption, hope, and transformation, you become a vessel of light, illuminating the path for others who wander in shadows of doubt. Do not fear the vulnerability of revealing where you have come from and what you have overcome, for I use each detail to showcase my endless mercy. In your honesty, you break barriers and inspire faith in those who yearn to know whether I can truly save, heal, and restore. Proclaim the wonders I have done in you, and watch as faith sparks in the hearts of those who need it most. I am the one who turns mourning into dancing and sorrow into rejoicing, so do not be discouraged when seasons of grief or heaviness come upon you. Acknowledge the pain and allow the tears to flow, but remember that they are not the final chapter of your story. Even in the midst of heartache, I am your portion, your reason to hope, and I infuse new mercies into each sunrise. You may not see the outcome from your vantage point, yet trust that I am faithful, weaving a tapestry of redemption that will astonish you in due time. Lift your countenance toward me, for I am near to the brokenhearted, binding up each wound until you shine once again with the radiance of my hope. Press on in faith even if you have yet to witness the answers you seek, for I call you to walk by faith, not merely by sight, trusting that my word is more reliable than your circumstances. Every delay or challenge you experience is an opportunity to cultivate endurance, strengthening your spiritual muscles and deepening your reliance on my provision. Embrace the struggle as a chance to discover layers of my character that remain hidden in times of ease, recognizing that I never abandon my own in the valley of uncertainty. My timing is exquisite, and though you may not fully understand the reasons for each season, cling to my steadfast promises. Remember, I am the potter shaping you into a masterpiece that reflects my glory. I promise to supply all your needs according to the riches of my grace, and I invite you to release the desperation that stems from trying to secure everything in your own strength. Trust me to be your provider, the one who cares for you more than the sparrows of the sky and the lilies of the field. When you open your hands in surrender, acknowledging that all good things come from me, you create space for my abundance to flow freely into your life. Confront lack and fear with confidence in my limitless resources, for I delight in blessing you so that you may, in turn, become a blessing to those around you. Continue forward, assured that I orchestrate blessings beyond your wildest imagination. Do not be ashamed when you grow weary, for the trials you face are not meant to destroy you, but to mold you, refining your faith as pure gold in my sight. Sometimes you question why hardships befall you, and you search for answers, wondering if you have strayed from my will. Take heart, dear child, for I am with you in every fiery ordeal, strengthening your inner being so that you might emerge more resilient, more compassionate, and more aligned with my purposes. Let my joy be your strength, fueling you to persevere when circumstances seem insurmountable. Keep your eyes on me, and know that in your weakness, my power is showcased, carrying you forward into victory. I want you to embrace the simple truth of my gospel, that I have loved you from before the foundations of the world, choosing to save you from the sin that once bound you and offering you life in abundant measure. This reality is not about religious performance, but about a relationship built on love, trust, and the finished work accomplished through my sacrifice. Open your heart to receive the fullness of my mercy, allowing it to reshape your identity into someone cherished, forgiven, and empowered to walk in newness. The cross stands as the ultimate display of my unfathomable love, extended freely to you with arms wide open. Step into that grace and let it fuel every aspect of your journey. When you gaze at the obstacles before you and feel overwhelmed, remember that your strength is found not in your own might, but in my inexhaustible power. I delight in displaying my glory through vessels that may seem frail, proving that no barrier is too great, no stronghold too fortified for me to overcome. Call upon my name in moments of distress, and I will fill you with a boldness that surpasses human reasoning, driving out fear and igniting fierce determination. Believe that you are equipped with divine power to break down walls and conquer giants. For with me, nothing remains impossible. Stand firm, assured that together we will emerge victorious. I hear your thoughts when you wonder if you are truly loved, and whether your mistakes have rendered you unworthy of my attention. Know this: my love is unconditional, rooted in who I am, and not dependent upon your ability to earn or sustain it. I extend grace upon grace, welcoming you to draw near with confidence, trusting that I forgive fully and forget completely when you repent with a sincere heart. Do not linger in the shadows of shame, for I have called you out of darkness into the brilliance of my light. Embrace your role as my beloved, a precious child adopted into my family, forever held in my faithful embrace. Rest assured that the salvation I offer you is secure and unwavering, sealed by my Spirit who dwells within your very being. You need not live in fear of losing my favor, for my covenant is steadfast, upheld by my own faithfulness. Whenever you stumble, rise again with the knowledge that I stand ready to restore, lifting you from the mire of despair to place you once more on solid ground. Let this assurance dispel any lingering doubts and fill you with peace, for you are truly mine, redeemed at an immeasurable cost. Continue the race set before you, relying on my grace to guide your every step, and know that I rejoice in each moment of your perseverance. I invite you to come away from the noise of daily life, to quiet your heart in my presence, and to simply rest in the security of my love. There is no need for elaborate words if your soul is weary. I already discern the groanings of your spirit and the yearnings of your heart. Let me soothe your mind, renewing you with a calm that transcends understanding, reminding you that as you abide in me, you will bear fruit that lasts. Let this time of stillness become a wellspring of strength, equipping you for every task I have ordained for you. Move forward, knowing that my fellowship is your anchor, my joy your strength, and my love your constant companion. In your search for significance, let me reaffirm that your value cannot be measured by earthly accomplishments or human accolades, but only by my eternal love that surpasses all comprehension. You are valuable, not for what you do, but for who you are in my sight, my precious creation, bearing my image, designed for fellowship with me. I see beyond your outward achievements, beholding the heart that yearns to honor me, and I treasure the sincerity of your devotion above all else. Do not be ensnared by the need for applause, for the applause of heaven far outweighs any fleeting worldly approval. Remain faithful in the unique calling I have placed upon your life, trusting that my esteem is more than enough. I call you into an active partnership with me, inviting you to serve the lost, the lonely, and the broken in this world, reflecting my heart of compassion. As you reach out with genuine kindness, remember that every act of generosity done in my name spreads the fragrance of my love to those who desperately need it. You might feel ill-equipped for such a task, yet I assure you that my Spirit empowers you, multiplying your efforts and touching hearts in ways you could never accomplish alone. Give selflessly, pray fervently, and watch how my kingdom expands through your obedience. Continue in faith, for I am with you in each endeavor, guiding you to those who long to know my mercy. My child, I urge you to open your heart wider to the wonders of my grace, for it is limitless, reaching every corner of your life. Grace not only frees you from guilt and shame, but also empowers you to conquer the trials that arise daily. Bask in the realization that I do not condemn you, but rather celebrate every step you take toward holiness, rejoicing as you reflect my character to those around you. Acknowledge your weaknesses without fear, for in admitting your need, you invite my strength to flourish within you. Move boldly, knowing my grace envelops you, urging you onward toward the destiny I have planned. Never forget, I delight in showering grace upon you. When unforeseen circumstances disrupt your plans and you feel a sense of loss or confusion, trust that I can bring forth blessing even from adversity. I specialize in turning what was meant for harm into a source of unparalleled growth, shaping your character and fortifying your faith. Do not let these moments convince you that I am absent or indifferent. Rather, see them as an invitation to cling to me with increased fervor, expecting that I will weave a story of redemption out of the chaos. Listen to my voice whispering hope in the wilderness, guiding you step by step to a promised land of renewed purpose. Endure in confidence, for I am orchestrating a favorable outcome beyond what you can presently conceive. Regardless of how fiercely the winds of change blow, how dark the skies become, or how loud the thunder roars, I remain the steadfast anchor that keeps you from drifting into despair. My child, lean into my unwavering stability, for I am your solid ground, your immovable foundation in an ever-shifting world. Though storms rage and trials come one after another, my promises stand unshaken, offering you a clear perspective when confusion threatens to overtake your soul. Be at peace in my refuge, and watch as I transform the chaos into a stage for my glory to be revealed. Rest in my sovereignty, confident that I know precisely how to bring you through. I encourage you to keep your eyes on the inheritance I have set before you, a life eternally secure in my kingdom, where tears and sorrows melt away in the radiance of my love. Let the hope of eternal fellowship with me color your perspective, reminding you that earthly trials are fleeting compared to the glory that awaits. Do not let present frustrations overshadow the joy of knowing that your journey ultimately leads to my presence, where fullness of joy abounds. Allow each day to become a step closer to my heart, shaped by the eager anticipation of a home that is everlasting. You are a pilgrim on a purposeful sojourn, and I walk beside you as your faithful companion. I have given you my word as a lamp unto your feet, illuminating the path and keeping you from stumbling in spiritual darkness. Treasure the scriptures, not as a mere collection of ancient writings, but as the living, breathing expression of my truth, relevant and powerful for every situation you encounter. Let my promises feed your faith, my commandments direct your conduct, and my stories of deliverance and redemption instill hope in your heart. As you meditate on these words, they will renew your mind, fortify your resolve, and guide you down the paths of righteousness for my name's sake. Draw near to me through my word, and watch as your life transforms into a testimony of my unchanging power. My child, I know the battles you face within your own mind, the insecurities, the self-criticism, the relentless questions about your worthiness or purpose. Even so, I urge you to submit those thoughts to the authority of my truth, for only my word can dispel the lies that seek to ensnare your soul. Remind yourself daily that you are a new creation, freed from condemnation and empowered by my Spirit to overcome every mental stronghold that opposes the knowledge of who you are in me. Continuously saturate your heart with the certainty that I have called you chosen, beloved and destined for victory. Stand confidently, for I am with you, renewing your mind and sealing your identity in my love. Do not allow fear to hold you captive, limiting your capacity to walk in the fullness of what I have called you to do. Fear might whisper that you are incapable, that danger is imminent, or that people will reject you, but my perfect love casts out that fear, replacing it with a boldness rooted in faith. As you fix your gaze on me, you find a courage that transcends earthly limitations, a confidence that arises from the sure knowledge that I, the Lord, am fighting for you. Release your worries into my capable hands and watch as I pave the way before you, turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Embrace the spirit of boldness I have given you and stride onward with unshakable hope. I comprehend your moments of isolation when it seems as though no one around you truly grasps the struggles stirring in your soul. Yet be assured that I am intimately acquainted with every nuance of your thoughts, each worry you harbor, and each aspiration you nurture in secrecy. You are never alone, for my presence envelops you at every turn, providing a sanctuary of belonging that transcends earthly companionship. When loneliness strikes, seek me, and I will remind you that you are part of a heavenly family, knit together by my love. Take heart, for my arms remain open, ready to embrace your heart's deepest yearnings, reminding you that you are fully known and cherished. Rejoice in the knowledge that I have deposited my spirit within you, the divine helper who imparts wisdom, peace, and comfort, enabling you to walk in alignment with my purposes. Through my spirit, I grant you revelation, turning scriptural promises into living realities and providing insight beyond mere human understanding. When you yield to the Spirit's leading, you uncover reserves of love, patience, kindness, and perseverance that surpass your natural abilities. Cultivate an awareness of this indwelling presence, for it is the very same power that resurrected my Son from the grave, now at work in you. Greet each day with the assurance that nothing is impossible when you lean on my Spirit's guidance. I continually seek to deepen our fellowship, not content with a casual acquaintance or a distant admiration, but longing for a relationship marked by intimacy and devotion. You can share your simplest joys and your most complex dilemmas with me, for I cherish the moments you choose to confide in me. In turn, I will reveal my heart to you, truths that will bring clarity to your questions and serenity to your anxieties. Enter my presence boldly, unafraid of judgment, for I am the one who knows you entirely and loves you unconditionally. Let us walk hand in hand, forging an unbreakable bond that transforms every aspect of your life. Trust in my providential care, for I see further than you do and comprehend realities that lie beyond human understanding. There are times when I must close doors to protect you from paths that would derail your destiny, even if you cannot fathom the reasons in that moment. Likewise, I lead you through unexpected turns and divine appointments that propel you closer to the center of my will. Embrace both the disappointments and the breakthroughs as parts of a glorious tapestry I am weaving, each thread integral to the masterpiece of your life. Rest in the certainty that I orchestrate each event for your ultimate good, shaping a future where my purposes shine forth. Speak to me with honesty, my beloved, for I cherish transparency over carefully crafted pretense. Share with me your fears, your anxieties, your disappointments, and watch how I respond with understanding and compassion. I am not startled by your struggles. Indeed, I stand ready to help, to bear your sorrows, and to shield you under my wings. The enemy may attempt to convince you that your troubles are too trifling or too immense to be mentioned, but I say to you, come just as you are, withholding nothing. In that place of vulnerability, you encounter the depth of my empathy, discovering that no wound or worry is beyond my healing touch. Step forward, renewed in hope, for I delight in meeting your honesty with boundless grace. I promise you that the trials you endure will not last forever, and though you may grow weary, I hold your future in the palm of my hand, intending good and not disaster. Even if your spirit feels crushed by the weight of adversity, my breath of life can revive and restore, breathing fresh vitality into your mortal frame. Never lose sight of the reality that you are destined for my glory, crafted to reflect my majesty, and even the darkest valley serves as an avenue to reveal my sustaining power. Press on with the confidence that I have already scripted a triumphant ending for those who remain faithful. Look forward, assured that dawn always follows the darkest hour. Treasure these words of promise I speak to you, for they are a lamp to your feet and a shield to your soul, equipping you to stand firm when storms approach. As you hide my words in your heart, they will guide your steps, preserving you from temptation and infusing your spirit with courage. Take time daily to commune with me, to reflect on my goodness, and to remember the wonders I have performed on your behalf. Let gratitude well up within you, fostering a heart of praise that cannot be silenced by circumstance. Go forth in boldness, clinging to my truths, for I am with you always, sustaining you now and forever. Beloved, my love for you never falters, never dims, and never yields to the pressures of this world. Even when sorrow lingers or confusion reigns, I remain the solid foundation beneath your feet and the guiding hand before you. Nothing in all creation can separate you from the reach of my grace, and no accusation can stand against you when I have declared you forgiven and beloved. Open your heart to receive this affirmation. You are precious, you are valued, and you are cradled in the vastness of my compassion. Step into tomorrow with courage, for I have gone ahead, preparing the way for abundant blessings and immeasurable joy.